This is activity 3 from lesson 2. The idea, once again, is to keep equations balanced. So how can you visualize that? Well, we're going to look at more hanging blocks. And in this activity, it says that a triangle weighs 3 grams. So here's the triangles. The green triangles each weigh 3 grams, and the red circles each weigh 6 grams. So here are the circles, and they each weigh 6 grams. And in the first part of this activity, problem number 1, they want you to figure out what is the weight of the square, the blue square, and what's the weight of the yellow pentagon in hanger B. And then they want you to write an equation that represents each hanger. Well, I'm actually going to write the equation first. So for hanger A, the equation is x, because the blue block or the blue squares are unknown, so those are the x's. And so the equation on the left side is x plus 3 circles, or 3 times 6, plus 3 grams, which is 1 triangle. And on the right side, you have 5 x's, so 5 unknown blue squares, plus 6 grams for the red circle. And so then the idea is to simplify what the hanger looks like, to remove things in equal amounts until you get down to a single square equals an amount, whatever that might be. And so in the beginning, you can remove 1 circle from each side. So you remove 6 grams. So instead of 3 circles of 6 grams, now you have 2 circles of 6 grams. And you don't have any on the right side. So now this is a simplified equation that's equal to the equation above. You've just removed the same amount from each side. Continue to do that. So now you can remove 1 blue square from each side. So that's 1x. So get rid of this x on the left side. And the idea in solving equations is to get all of the variables on one side and all of the numbers on the other side. And so eventually get the equation to the point of where one variable, 1x, equals an amount. And so now we're down to 4 x's on the right side, and there aren't any x's on the left side. There's 2 circles plus 3 grams for the triangle. So what can we do to simplify that? Well, we're going to take, this equals 15, and we're going to take that 15 grams and divide it among these 4 squares. So 15 divided by 4, because if 4 x's equals 15, then what's 1/4 as many x's, which is 1x. So take 4x divided by 4, that gives you 1x. So 1x equals 1/4 of this 15. So we're going to divide this 15 by 4. Now, if you divide 15 by 5, then that's equal to 3. That would be 3 into each of these circles. Now this is a different circle than this red circle. I just wanted to see what would happen if I took 15 and divided it by 5. You get 3 with no remainder. So it's a 3 grams per group. Now if you take one of these groups away, now you have 4 groups. You have 4 x's. Well, 15 divided by 4 now. So certainly you can line one of these circles up with each of these blue squares. So 15 divided by 4 is going to equal 3. So one of these 3 grams goes into each of these blue squares, plus some left over. And we used to call this the remainder, so 3 left over. So this answer used to be in earlier grades, 15 divided by 4 would equal 3 and a remainder of 3. So now you can continue to divide that remainder up among these 4 groups. Well, 3 divided by 4, so this is 3 in each group, and 3 divided by 4 is 3/4. 3 divided by 4 is 3/4, and that's 3/4 per each of these blue squares. So that's 3/4 per x. One way to look at that, and we could go through some activities and show you that this is dividing fractions that you learned in earlier grades. But this would be, you take these 3 units, divide them, each one of them up into 4 parts, so you get a total of 12 tiny pieces, which would be equal to a fourth. You get 12 3/4, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. So that answer is 3/4 per blue square. And we could do some work and visualize that, but we'll just leave it at this for right now. And so the answer is 3/4. So it's 3, this 3 right here, plus the 3/4 extra. So the answer is 3 3/4 grams per square. So 1 square, or x, equals 3 3/4. All right, so for the hanger on the right, what's the equation? So I'm going to write the equation first. So you have 2 x's on the left and 2 times 6 grams, or 2 red circles on the left. And on the right side, you have 2 x's, the same 2, or not same, but 2 pentagons as well, plus 2 times 3 grams, so 2 green triangles, plus 1 red circle. So the first thing that you could do is take away 2 of those pentagons from each side. If you do that, you're left with no pentagons on either side. So what that means is you have 12 on the left side, 2 times 6 is 12, and you have 12 on the right side. 3, 6, plus another 6 is 12. And so that means that these yellow pentagons can be any weight whatsoever. It doesn't really matter what they are, and you can take them both away and keep the hanger balanced. So there is no solution for this. When you can get rid of all of the letters and just have numbers remaining and still be balanced, that means that there's no solution. So 12 equals 12. Each of the pentagons can have any value because the pentagons are balanced on each side. Over here, these blue squares are not balanced on each side. There's a difference, so you can end up with a single square equals a value. You can't remove all of the blue squares from both sides and be left with just numbers. But the pentagons you can. So there is no solution for hanger B. Those pentagons can take any value.